So an easy thing to do is like place a water bottle next to like your laptop when you're working, and that's gonna help. That's a visual cue that's gonna help you remember that, hey, you gotta hydrate. And so every single time that your mind is wandering off and you see that water bottle, you're going to, remember to drink more water. Hence, you're building that new habit. Hey everyone, I'm Yogini. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about habit formation. So how are habits formed? What can you do to eliminate your bad habits? And how can you form new and healthy habits? So let's dive right in. What are habits? Habits are regularly occurring behaviors that require your brain to use almost no energy and thinking skills in order to do. And this kind of looks like brushing your teeth, having a morning cup of coffee, or taking a shower. Anything that you've been doing on a daily basis or been doing for a long period of time kind of just becomes a daily habit. Now, let's break down the science of habits. So according to Charles Duhigg, the author of The Power of Habits, habits consist of a three-part loop, which is cue, routine, and reward. The first part is cue, and that is the trigger that initiates the routine. So this can be like a specific emotional state, the time of day, or even a specific location. So when you get up in the morning, your trigger to brush your teeth is that it's morning, your breath stinks, like, you just got up, you gotta go brush your teeth. And the next part is routine, which is the behavior itself. So if we're going off of our toothbrush example, like you just got up, that's your cue to go and do the routine, which is to brush your teeth. And then lastly is the reward. What are you going to get from doing that routine? And this can look like a feeling of satisfaction, or like an actual physical reward itself, or like an emotional state. So like after brushing your teeth, you feel clean, you feel like fresh, and you know that your reward is that you get to eat breakfast because your breath doesn't stink and your mouth is all clean. And then we can do another example. So like taking a shower. Your cue, let's say you worked out and so you're really dirty and you're sweaty. Your routine, you take the actual shower, and then your reward, you feel very refreshed and you feel very clean. Understanding this loop is a key to changing or forming new habits. Now, let's talk about neuroplasticity. It's your brain's ability to reorganize itself to form new neural connections. So when you repeat a behavior, your brain makes new connections with these neural cells. And when you repeat that behavior regularly, those connections become stronger. This is why consistency is very key in forming a new habit. All right, so now that we've talked about the science of habit formation, let's get into some tips on how to actually form these habits. So first, you want to start small. So let's say you want to exercise for an hour a day, but you have not been exercising for a while. So that would be really ambitious for you to jump from 0 minutes of exercising one day to an hour the next day. And if you keep doing that, your body's gonna be exhausted and you're not gonna want to do it. It's like a whole thing. So you want to start small. You want to do 5 minutes start with 5 minutes of exercise a day, and then you want to build up to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you want to build up to that hour. It's kind of like what I'm trying to do with a 5K. I'm trying to run a 5K in a couple of months. Obviously, I'm not getting to it if I procrastinate until the last 2 weeks and then I try to get myself to run 3 miles a day just to prepare for the 5K. It's not gonna happen. I have to start ahead of time, start small, and then gradually build up my endurance to run a 5K. Next, you want to identify your cues. So you want to pinpoint what triggers your new habit that you're trying to form. So let's say, for example, you want to drink more water on a daily basis. If you don't have a visual cue, or if you don't remind yourself to consistently drink water, you're not going to. So an easy thing to do is place a water bottle next to your laptop when you're working, and that's gonna help. That's a visual cue that's gonna help you remember that, hey, you gotta hydrate. And so every single time that your mind is wandering off and you see that water bottle, you're going to remember to drink more water. Hence, you're building that new habit. And if you keep doing it consistently, you're going to form that habit. And so that brings me into the next part, which is to celebrate small wins. So no matter even if it's the smallest amount of progress that you've made, it's still progress. And so you want to celebrate the small wins so you can build yourself up to keep on continuing to form this habit. So let's say for 5 days straight, you were able to drink that gallon of water that you wanted to like drink for like every single day to stay hydrated. And so go out and celebrate in whichever way that you want to celebrate that. Because, you know, celebration is important for you to know that you are making progress and for you to continue to keep making progress. And that brings me to my last tip, which is to be consistent. Obviously, forming a habit takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of your brain's energy as well. Make sure to have any type of cue that it's helpful for you to like ensure that you are, you know, doing that behavior to form that habit. Also, I don't know who said it takes 21 days to form a new habit. I'm sure it's might be true for some people, but for me, I don't think it's like, oh, 21 days, new habit is formed, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to like really be consistent in what you're trying to achieve. So if you're trying to, let's go back to the exercise example. If you're trying to exercise for 1 hour a day, you gotta really go there and like show up to the gym every single day to build up to that 1 hour and then continue afterwards as well. Now let's briefly discuss how you can break bad habits. So this is the same loop that you are doing when you are creating a new habit, but now you're just breaking the bad habit. So first you're going to identify the cue. What is triggering that unwanted behavior? Then you're going to replace the routine. So what are you doing? What behavior are you doing that has become a habit? You're going to identify that behavior and you're going to replace it with an alternative, healthy behavior. And so your reward is that you are more satisfied with the behavior that you're doing and that you are improving. For example, for me, anytime I was very stressed out or like overwhelmed with the amount of things I had to do, I'd go in the kitchen, I'd grab some ice cream, and then I'd just indulge in ice cream because I was just like stressed out, which is really bad habit. And I don't do that anymore because I've replaced it with, okay, sure, you can stress eat, but you can stress eat the healthy stuff. So like I go and like grab some fruits, grab some nuts, anything, like make myself a salad. Like obviously drowning yourself in eating because you're stressed out is not a good behavior still, but I have replaced it with something that's healthier, which is better for me. Overall, understanding the science of habit formation and how to break your bad habits can really empower you to take control of your behaviors. So by understanding the cue, the routine, and the reward aspects, you can create a positive change in your life that can have a lasting impact. So for example, if you're really trying to revamp yourself, like as a whole, you start out by forming new habits, small habits first, and then that can lead to you changing as a person entirely in just a couple of months. Consistency is really key here in this one. Because habits aren't formed until you do them regularly so much that your brain requires literally no energy to do them. So remember that aspect of it and just be patient. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and also leave a comment below on what bad habits that you're trying to break and what you replace them with. And until next time, thank you.